let's start. And first of all, welcome सबको. Like this is like we are starting. We are reigniting the Apple Developer Club. It's like पहले we used to have very sessions हमारे पूरे cycles में होते थे, and there are many people, and due to some reasons in COVID you can say that we didn't do it for few years, and now we are starting again. And it's like it will be very fun knowledge sharing session, you can say. And it's like बहुत ही कैजुअल है, कुछ ऐसा रिस्ट्रिक्टिव नहीं रखा है अपने ने. एंड या लेट्स स्टार्ट. So basically, is this how many of you people are aware with Git? It's like Git कितनों का आता है? It's like not well versed, just like I'm asking कि कितना awareness है. It's like कितने लोगों को Git आता है या पता है? Like anyone?
I think almost everyone.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So it's like let's do a basic क्या बोलते हैं, refresher course, then you can say. It's like अपन बहुत ही basic refresher course करने वाला है आज. And या लेट्स स्टार्ट देन. बेसिकली मैंने एक पीपीटी बनाई है इसके लिए. इट्स लाइक सब उसके अंदर है कि हम कौन से पॉइंट्स पे हम बात करने वाले हैं. एंड उसी पीपीटी को रेफर करके आई एम गोना शो यू सम एग्जांपल्स which will help you guys to understand कि क्या है क्या नहीं करके. Okay, so yeah, let's start. I'm sharing my screen right now, and I hope you guys can see my screen. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, it's like we are going to talk about best practices in Xcode, or you can say for iOS. And इसमें हम एक चीज़ है terminal करके, that's like universal. It's like हम major focus तो Xcode पे ही करने हैं कि Git के थ्रू, मतलब Xcode के तो अपन Git के कितने भी क्या बोलते हैं functions है और या फिर operations है वो perform कर सकते हैं. But टर्मिनल के साथ आपको एक वाइड आइडिया आ जाएगा कि बेसिकली गिट कैसे काम करता है, क्या होता है क्या नहीं करके. ओके, सो बेसिकली आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं, दिस आर द कॉन्टेक्स्ट. इट्स लाइक हम आज इतनी चीज़ें कवर करने वाले हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इट्स लाइक एस्टैब्लिशिंग गिट वाया एक्सकोड. सो इट्स लाइक एक्सकोड से कैसे गिट बना है. इट्स लाइक आपने नया प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है एंड आप github.com, मतलब रिमोट पे जा ही नहीं रहे, आप लोकली प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हो, लोकली गिट इनिशियलाइज कर रहे हो, एंड आप अपने एक्सकोड से ही गिट रिमोट पे डाल रहे हो. वो अपन कैसे कर सकते हैं. एंड देन विल सी कि हम वही सेम चीज़ टर्मिनल से कैसे कर सकते हैं. एंड टर्मिनल अपन को क्या एडिशनल पावर दे सकता है, टर्मिनल क्या अपन को एडिशनल चीज़ें दे सकता है. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द सीनियर डेवलपर्स, आई वुड से, इट्स लाइक जितने भी सीनियर डेवलपर्स है कम्युनिटी में, इट्स लाइक कोई भी ले लो, एंड्रॉयड, web, iOS, anything, they would prefer terminal as well. It's like terminal gives you a certain flexibility, I would say. It's like जो भी git की चीज़ें करने में ना थोड़ा flexibility दे देता है, which would help like a lot, and it's like developers के लिए बहुत बड़ी चीज़ हो जाती है. And that's establishing it via terminal. And now we'll see कि branching कैसे होती है Xcode से. It's like Xcode के अंदर अगर आपको नया ब्रांच बनाना है तो वो कैसे होगा, एंड ब्रांच के अंदर कमिट करना है कैसे होगा. एंड देन वही सेम चीज़ हम टर्मिनल में देखेंगे. इट्स लाइक व्हाट आर द डिफरेंसेस एंड हाउ वी कैन अप्रोच इट. एंड देन जैसे ही मैंने बोला कि गिट के जो टूल्स है एक्सकोड के अंदर ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट, वो हम कैसे यूज़ करें. इट्स लाइक बिगिनर्स कैसे यूज़ कर सकते हैं. एंड इट्स भले ही छोटे छोटे टूल है, बट दे हेल्प लाइक अ लॉट. इट्स लाइक आप जितना भी देखोगे ना, इट्स वेरी हेल्पफुल. And last but not the least, it's like this is like a nightmare to some people. It's like how to solve a merge conflict. जैसे ही अगर आप प्रोडक्शन डे पे हो एंड आपके ब्रांचिंग मर्ज में अगर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स आ गए, इट्स लाइक इट्स द मोस्ट स्कैरियस्ट थिंग अ डेवलपर कैन सी in that day. And I let's see how to solve it also. It's like merge conflict कैसे solve करते हैं अपन, वो भी देखने वाले हैं. And yeah, so let's start. So first we are covering establishing git via xcode. So xcode से कैसे हम git बनाएं. सो बेसिकली हमें क्या करना है कि एक चीज़ होती है गिट एक्सेस टोकन करके. वो क्या होती है मैं आपको बताता हूँ. सबसे पहले आपने लॉग इन किया गिट में, ठीक है. आई एम सॉरी, आपने लॉग इन किया, आप अभी यहाँ पे हो, बेसिकली कहीं पे भी हो, यू हैव टू गो टू योर अकाउंट. यू हैव टू गो टू योर सेटिंग्स। सेटिंग्स के अंदर एक चीज़ होता है डेवलपर सेटिंग्स, आप दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड आप इसमें गए, ठीक है। नाउ यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ पर्सनल एक्सेस टोकन। सो पर्सनल एक्सेस टोकन क्या चीज़ करता है बेसिकली, अपना एक्सकोड या फिर टर्मिनल से जो गिटहब रिमोट है उसका जो कम्युनिकेशन है, उसका जो ऑथेंटिकेशन है, इट्स हैंडल बाय दैट। एंड ये आपको बहुत सारी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देता है कि आप वही एक कंसोल से क्या चीज़ कर सकते हो। पर्सनल एक्सेस टोकन जो आपके पास है, it gives very much flexibility again, आप this token also keeps restraining, it's like इसके use case पे भी काफ़ी है, it's like आप इसको कैसे यूज़ कर रहे हो, that's also an important thing। एंड नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट बाय जनरेटिंग अ न्यू पर्सनल टोकन, कि पर्सनल टोकन आप जनरेट करते हुए क्या कर रहे हो। मैं पर्सनल टोकन का नाम अभी एक्सकोड ही रख रहा हूँ, इट्स लाइक बहुत बेसिक है, इट्स लाइक नाम में कुछ नहीं रखा। सो मैं इसका एक्सपायरेशन अभी तो नो एक्सपायरेशन कर रहा हूँ। सो बेसिकली टोकन्स का आप एक्सपायरेशन डेट भी डाल सकते हो। समझो कि आप एक रिमोट डेवलपर को हायर कर रहे हो एंड आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सिर्फ 1 या 2 महीने का है, सो यू कैन गिव हिम टोकन विच लास्ट अप टू 90 days और 30 days डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट ड्यूरेशन। एंड उस ड्यूरेशन के बाद वो गिटहब पे आपका रिमोट पे पुश नहीं कर सकेगा, पुल नहीं ले सकेगा। इट्स लाइक दिस इज बेसिकली ये टोकन का एक्सपायरेशन टाइम यही होता है। अभी तो हमको नो एक्सपायरेशन रखना है, इट्स लाइक दिस इज जस्ट अ जनरल टेस्टिंग पर्पस के लिए। सो मैं इस पे हर एक चीज़ देने वाला हूँ, इट्स लाइक इसको मैं फुल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देने वाला हूँ मेरे टोकन को। इट्स लाइक रीड राइट कर सके, फॉर्क कर सके, नोटिफाई कर सके, फिर अगर रैपो मेरे को डिलीट करना है मेरे कंसोल से ही फिर भी मैं कर सकता हूँ। इट्स लाइक दिस टोकन इज माई सुपर पावर राइट नाउ। इट्स लाइक जो भी मैं रिमोट पे कर सकता हूँ वही चीज़ मैं मेरे कंसोल पे भी कर सकता हूँ। इट्स लाइक आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एवरी एक्सेस टू इट राइट नाउ। सो अपन मैंने टोकन ले ली एंड ये मैं उसने मेरे को रैंडम टोकन जनरेट करके दे दी। सो दिस स्टेप हियर इज लाइक यू हैव टू मेक दिस कंपल्सन कि इसको कॉपी करके रखना, ये बहुत काम आने वाला है। इट्स लाइक इसको कॉपी की एक रैंडम इसके अंदर मैं अभी स्टोर करके रखने वाला हूँ, ये मैंने स्टोर कर दिया राइट। सो बेसिकली नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू कि यही चीज़ हमको एक्सकोड से करनी है। सो व्हाट आई डू, आई फायर अप एक्सकोड एंड नाउ बिफोर इवन जनरेटिंग प्रोजेक्ट मैं इसके प्रेफरेंसेस में जाऊँगा, मैं इसके अकाउंट्स में जाऊँगा। लाइक अकाउंट में मेरे को नया अकाउंट ऐड करना है गिटहब का, सो दैट आई कैन डायरेक्टली एक्सेस रिमोट, मैं रिमोट से पुश पुल ले सकूँ। एंड जो भी मेरे गेट ऑपरेशन है मेरे को एक्सकोड से अगर करने हैं वही अकाउंट के, सो आई हैव टू ऐड दैट अकाउंट फर्स्ट विद एक्सकोड। सो वो अकाउंट ऐड करते हैं, जो आप आपका यूज़र नेम है, अकाउंट नेम विच विल बी हियर, इट्स लाइक इधर से आपको मिल जाएगा। एंड वी आर राइटिंग द सेम, एंड टोकन जो हमने टोकन जनरेट की जो डेवलपर सेटिंग्स में जाके वी हैव टू एंटर दैट टोकन। एंड ओके नाउ द साइन है। सो नाउ लेट्स जनरेट अ प्रोजेक्ट, एक्सकोड का एक प्रोजेक्ट एक जनरेट करते हैं। इसके अंदर हमें आज कोडिंग नहीं करनी है, कोडिंग बिल्कुल नहीं करनी है, वी आर जस्ट गोना फोकस ऑन गिट कि हम गिट पे क्या कर सकते हैं। सो सबसे पहले गए iOS, इट्स लाइक दिस इज स्विफ्ट स्विफ्ट अभी कोई मायने नहीं रखता। इट्स लाइक अभी मैं प्रोजेक्ट नेम गेट एक्सकोड दे रहा हूँ, इट्स लाइक गेट ऑपरेशंस थ्रू एक्सकोड अभी कितना कर सकते हैं उस पर, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट ये मैं डेस्कटॉप पे ही डाल रहा हूँ अभी, तो थोड़ा टाइम लेगा, सॉरी अबाउट दैट। सो ओके, ये मेरा हो गया। इसने मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट अभी जनरेट कर दिया है। ओके, सो आप अभी देखोगे दिस इज एक्सकोड का सोर्स कंट्रोल पैनल। सोर्स कंट्रोल अपने गिटहब या बिटबकेट में जितने भी चेंजेस है आप चेंजेस देख सकते हो, रिपोजिटरी देख सकते हो उसके अंदर क्या है। अभी नो वर्किंग कॉपीज दिखाया है कॉज इसके अंदर लोकली भी गिट इनिशियलाइज नहीं है, रिमोट पे भी नहीं है अभी। सो व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल गो टू सोर्स कंट्रोल, यू विल सेलेक्ट न्यू गिट रिपोजिटरीज। सो ये चीज़ क्या करेगा, ये एक्सकोड क्या प्रोवाइड कर रहा है अभी, इट्स लाइक जितने भी अपने एक्सकोड प्रोजेक्ट्स ओपन है उसमें से कौन से चीज़ को आपको लोकली गिट इनिशियलाइज करना है। इट्स लाइक आपको अभी गिट लोकली कौन सा बनाना है, अभी हम उस पर फोकस कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। सो व्हाट विल डू, विल क्रिएट इट लोकली। इट्स लाइक ओके दिस इज लोकली रेडी, एंड इसने खुद का ये भी ले लिया, इट्स लाइक लोकली उसने खुद का ब्रांच बना लिया, इट नेम्ड इन मेन। एंड आप अभी इधर देखोगे, सो अपन रिपोजिटरी में गए, रिपोजिटरी के बाद लाइक अभी ये चीज़ अपन जो भी ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है गेट एक्सपोर्ट करके, आई वांट टू अपलोड दैट प्रोजेक्ट टू रिमोट। इट्स लाइक मेरे को यहाँ पे वो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिए। इट्स लाइक सो व्हाट आई डू, आई गो हियर मेन। इसने पहला इनिशियल कमिट भी कर लिया है, जैसे ही हमने नया गेट रिपोजिटरी लोकली बनाया, इसने पहला इनिशियल एक्सकोड ने ही खुद कर लिया। So what we'll do, we'll go here and now we'll add new get Xcode remote. It's like यही चीज़ का मेरे को remote बनाना है। So ये Xcode का बहुत अच्छा फीचर है। It's like get remote, मतलब Xcode से ही मेरे को remote पे get मतलब repository बना देगा। It's like remote पे जाने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है। It's like first of all we have to select an account, कौन से अकाउंट, जितने भी अवेलेबल अकाउंट, जितने भी आपने टोकन्स डाले होंगे वो सारे इधर लिस्ट कर देगा, एंड उसके बाद अकाउंट देगा, ठीक है। एंड ये तो नाम है, दैट डजंट मैटर राइट नाउ। एंड इट्स लाइक विजिबिलिटी पब्लिक प्राइवेट, इट्स लाइक इट्स अप टू यू व्हाट डू यू वांट टू यू नो क्रिएट। एंड नाउ आई विल क्रिएट इट। यहाँ से ही वो पुश कर रहा है। इट्स लाइक गिटहब ने इधर से ही वो अपना जो भी पूरा प्रोजेक्ट था इधर से ही पुश कर दिया। नाउ I'll go to my repositories and now you'll see it's like git xcode आ गया, updated 10 seconds ago। it's like हमने xcode से ही git का repository बना दिया इधर। it's like इधर से create किए बिना, and it was very simple। it's like if you'll see the steps ना, sorry, if you'll see the steps, it's very you know वेरी सिंपल। इट्स लाइक 4 स्टेप्स में हम लोग ने ख़त्म कर दिया ये चीज़ कि यू नो कैसे अपन रिमोट पे अपना प्रोजेक्ट डालें। अगर आपने प्रोजेक्ट बना लिया, इट्स लाइक थोड़ा सा वो डेवलपमेंट हो गया, अगर आपको वही चीज़ ऊपर डालनी, मतलब रिमोट पे डालनी है, तो आप कैसे डाल सकते हो। इट्स लाइक दिस इज एक्सकोड का वेरी गुड फीचर दैट आप डायरेक्टली ऐसे ही डाल सकते हो। सो या, सो नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट यू नो कि हम गिट के वाया अपन कैसे सॉरी टर्मिनल के वाया अपन गिट कैसे डालें। अपन कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट है उसके अंदर अगर वही सेम चीज़ जितने भी हमने सेम स्टेप इधर की है वही सेम चीज़ अपन टर्मिनल से कैसे करें। सो दिस इज अ बिट, आई वोंट से ट्रिकी, दिस इज लाइक this thoda sa attention and it's not even that complex. So what I'll do is like I'll go to my repositories। इसमें पहले हमको repository create करनी है, you will know why। इसका नाम है git terminal रख रहा हूँ। It's like that's it। and ये अभी public रखा हूँ cause it doesn't matter right now, हमको अभी कुछ कोड करना नहीं है। so okay, इसने एक repository बना दी अपनी खुद की। so now let's go to Xcode again and Xcode से ही मैं नया प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा हूँ। playground name bitte projects, sorry about that। प्रोजेक्ट बना iOS obviously। and गिट टर्मिनल नाम तो कुछ भी नहीं है अभी, तो नाम चलेगा स्विफ्ट यूआई, उसका भी नहीं है। वी आर नॉट कोडिंग राइट नाउ, वी आर जस्ट सीइंग कि हम गिट कैसे इनिशियलाइज करें। ये भी मैं डेस्कटॉप पे ही डाल रहा हूँ। गिव अ सेकंड, ओके, ये चीज़ आ गई, ठीक है। अभी हमको टर्मिनल से डालना है, ठीक है। सो व्हाट आई डू, इट्स लाइक आई फायर अप द टर्मिनल। टर्मिनल मेरा यहाँ पे आ गया। इसका मैं डायरेक्टली, यू कैन सी राइट, इट्स लाइक ज़्यादा कंजेस्टेड नहीं हो रहा है। ओके, सो मैं टर्मिनल पे यहाँ पे आ गया। देन आई जस्ट चेंज माई आई जस्ट चेंज माई पाथ हियर। यहाँ पे गेट टर्मिनल को मैं ले रहा हूँ एज अ पाथ। ओके, सो यहाँ पे आ गया। अभी मेरा टर्मिनल इधर इस स्टेज पे पहुँच गया है। सो व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, इट्स लाइक अब अपन यहाँ तक पहुँच गए। अभी गेट इनिट लोकली करना पड़ेगा कॉज लोकली इसका है ही नहीं। अभी मेरे को कुछ भी गेट कमांड डालूंगा, जैसे कि मैं गेट स्टेटस डाल रहा हूँ, अभी उसका कुछ मायना बनेगा ही नहीं कॉज लाइक दिस इज नॉट अ गेट रिपोजिटरी राइट नाउ। सो बेसिकली व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, सबसे पहले गेट इनिट किया। व्हाट गेट इनिट विल डू कि मेरा जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसका लोकली गिट बना देगा। इट्स लाइक वो रिमोट उसका अभी कुछ नहीं है, बट अगर लोकली भी आपको। सो वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ टू यूज गेट via terminal if you are in any Xcode project। and so first what you will do was you will create a repository from your account, and just after creating a repository you will you will go to your Xcode project, and now you will have to initialize Git because it's like for that particular project Git hasn't been initialized right now. So what Git init will do, it will initialize the source code control for that project only, but locally it won't be it won't be for remote. Okay, so I'll just I have initialized git, and now I'll do git status. So what git status will do, it will tell me that how many files have been changed, how many files have been modified, how many files have been added, how many files have been deleted. So git status will do that. And now here you can see that no commits yet on the main branch, and you will see that entire project is yet to be committed because we have just initialized this. Okay, so what I'll do, git add dot, what git add dot will do, let's talk about git add for a second. It's like what git add will do, it's like it will add all the remaining files that have been changed, or modified or deleted, you can say. And what git add dot will do, it will add all the files in the next commit. It's like it will add all the files in the next commit, so that you can push those changes to remote or internally, that's up to you. So okay, I have added this, and I'll make a commit now. You can use this command, git commit dash m. Okay, so let's write first git commit via terminal. Cool. So what this command will do, let me explain you. It's like first of all, this git commit will add those files, add those changes in a commit for that yet to be pushed. And then what dash am does, dash am will add a message with that commit. It's like if you are doing some changes, then that message will be added, so that if there's another person seeing like remotely, he can see that okay, it's like the message will help them understand that what were the changes that have been done on this project. And that's how easy it will be for the another developer. So I'll add git commit. Okay, so all my files or entire project has been committed locally right now. It's not have been pushed to the remote. So yeah, so what we will do, it's like we have committed those files, and now we'll have to set a get remote for this. So what get remote is, like we just have to add this. So let me explain what's going on. It's like you have initialized git, you have added those files in the commit, you have even committed, but it's all local. It's like it's your on your computer, it's not on remote. So you will have to set a remote for that first. It's like uh, a git should know that where it should push. It's like it can't push anywhere else, but you have to set a remote first, then only you can push for it. Okay, so I'm setting this remote right now. It's like it's just this simple command you can get from the git itself. And this is how the remote is added. Okay, so everything is done. So what you have to do is, like you have to do git push. But before git pushing, there will be an error, and I'll explain you what error it will be. It's like this: git push set upstream origin master. Okay, so what this will do, it's like it is setting an upstream. It's like on this master branch which is in origin, it's like on remote, on master, you are setting an upstream. It's like you are enabling your local machine to push changes to the origin that's remote. And on the master branch you're pushing that thing. Okay, so again this is done. This is how you will send your data to the remote repository. But again it will give us an error. It's like you'll know why it will give us an error. It's a very obvious error. So so now it's saying authentication failed. So remember in the start of the session, I've told you about this private access token, right? So it's the private access token that we have added, but we have added the token to Xcode. We have not added the token to terminal yet. So we'll have to add that token to terminal, and after doing that I will have the access to push it to the remote. Otherwise anyone can push the remote, right? So it's added for a security layer, and it's a good thing. Okay, so again, for adding that, you don't have to do anything. You'll just have to repeat that command. The terminal will ask you that what's your username and password. Okay, so see, you can see here it's giving me username for GitHub. It's like which for which username you are gonna push. So I'm writing here. It's like that's my username. We'll get from here itself, and that's my username. Cool. And now it's asking for password. It's like many beginners make this mistake. They put their GitHub password over here, but that's a different thing. What this password means, like it's asking for the token. It's like it's basically token for this GitHub ID. So we'll have to add this token that we have copied, and we just paste it here. And now you will see that our entire thing is done, and it's like we have created like we have pushed all the changes, we have pushed entire project which was there via terminal. Now let's see if it's reflected here or not. As you can see, the project git terminal has been added on our repository, and you can see the first commit is via terminal. So basically that is how you push your project via terminal. Now here, like as you can notice, like you have seen some differences, like what terminal gives you. It's like first of all, there's this command git, sorry, okay, there's this command that you can see, which is git status. So what git status does is like it gives all the files that have been changed, like all the deletes that have user has made and all the modification that has been made. So this becomes very easy for the developer to see the files. And then we have added like git add. This is very important command. And what git add does, just dot git add, it's just it adds all the files that have been changed. It's like if I want to add a specific file for my next command, I can also do that. And by git add full stop, I can add all the files that have been changed, and if I can also push that. So this is the sum of the flexibility that you can see we with we get via terminal. And yeah, there is that. And now let's see how to how to do branching in git. It's like this is very important. And most of the new developers, what they'll do, it's like they will not create branches, and they'll just keep pushing on the master on the main branch. They won't create a new branch. And now let's see that how we can create a branch via terminal. We'll see that again in the Xcode too. Okay, so in Xcode, where it is, okay, here. So here you can see this is my Xcode. Let me go here to, sorry. Okay, so this is like here. It's like there are no branches. Like there, it's just a main branch. It's like there are no other branches right now. Just the main branch. Okay. So what I'll do is like if I want to go to a new branch via Xcode, so what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll to go branches. That then we can see that we are on currently main branch. Then what we'll do, we'll do this new branch from main. I want to name this new branch itself. Okay, so I'll create a new branch. So I'm currently on new branch. So Xcode did number of operations in just a second. So this is how convenient it is to user. Now let's see ki how do you do the same thing via terminal. So in here in Xcode, you had to go to source control, you have to go to repositories, then you have to do this. But in terminal, it's such a simple task. You have to just do git checkout dash b, that means a new branch, and I'll just name it new branch. That's it. It's like Xcode is very simple in you can say user experience wise, but get terminal does like very simple job in a single command. Okay, so let's see. It's like we are on currently new branch. This is how much easy it is to use git terminal. Okay, So again, if I want to switch back to my branch, so I'll go here, and then we just have to do checkout. It's like what checkout does. It's like it stashes all the changes if there are any. Is if it stashes all the changes and then it checks out to new branch. Okay, checkout. It was that simple, and again, it's simple in this also. It's like git checkout master. Again, we are on master right now. So let me tell you, okay, what we did, what git checkout does. So git so basic git checkout, what it will do, it's like it will go from one branch and it will stash all the changes and it will go to another branch. This is basically what git checkout does. And what this command does, git checkout dash b. Dash b means it's creating a new branch locally right now. Again, if we have any changes, then again it has to be done by setting up upstreams like git push setup upstream. um, we are just creating new branch locally, but that new branch is not on the remote, so we have to set up upstream for that also. So that's just a thing to consider. That's it. But this is how flexible we are with terminal. It's like with just one command, it's just doing everything. And again, from Xcode, it's like we can create a new branch from another branch. So it's very, user centric, that what user wants. Is like, again, if I'm flexible with terminal, I'll go with terminal. If I'm flexible with Xcode, then I'll go with Xcode. It's very simple right now. And yeah, that's how we do it. So that was branching with Git. So let's see that what tools are integrated in Xcode. It's like which will help us, which will help us understand Git better. So what I'll do is like, I'm just writing a simple comment here. Okay, so what are the changes that Xcode is giving me right now? It's like, first of all, you'll notice this. You'll notice this blue bar. So what that blue bar does is like, it's just a simple user, just for indicating user that this line has been changed or this line has been added. So if you want to see that what was the change before, or what was the change, you are doing, you can just click this line and you can see, okay, this is like this card change because we have not, this wasn't the same before. And if there's a function here, then you can see that there's a function called show change. Like what show change will do, it will just differentiate, like this was the line before and this was the line after it. Okay, now let's try. Here on main, I want to commit. I'll just commit, sample commit, and I want to push it remotely. It's like, so what I did is like, I went to source control, I did commit, and it showed me how many changes I have remaining in this file. And it lists all the changes. I can manually control that I want to use this or not, add this file in commit or not. And then it will add. Okay, so this is again, Xcode is giving me two options. It's like, if I don't do this, it's just commit locally, and if I do this push to remote, it commits and it pushes to remote. And if you want to see how file committed, get Xcode, and inside get Xcode, you will see that simple commit. Can you see, right? So it's like, this is how you can do. Okay, you can see that a change is reflected here. Okay, cool. So okay, now let's do it again. I'm just adding few words. Okay. Now you can see there two options you can see here. It's like, there's show change, there's discard change. What show change will do, it will show me a previous version of the same line and what I am having currently, and I have the power to discard change right now. What discard change will do is like, it will remove the changes that a new user has made. And again, okay, so now you'll see that I have added here. And again, this is a very subtle thing in Xcode, but it helps developers a lot. You can see M here. M means modified. It's like a file that's modified. So you can see all the, if you have very big project, it's like you have hundreds of modules, of thousands of files. Xcode provides this filter. It's like this. You can see this. It's indicated by a plus and minus. So Xcode provides this filter, which will show that these files have been changed, and these files have not been committed, or they have not been pushed yet, even locally and remotely. So okay, so there's that. And then what you can do, it's like simple thing. This will help beginner developers a lot. It's like it's called authors. I'm sure that most of the people just overlook this functionality, but I believe for beginners it's a very big thing. If I do authors, so what it will do, it's like it will show me that in a single file how many commits have been made, how many changes have been done, and in a single file how many people have changed things. So let's see for an example. If this was a function, if this was a very complex logic, it's like it's hundreds of lines of code, and it has very complex logic. So what I do if I want to understand that logic, so there's a very basic thing you'll do. I'll just go to authors and I'll contact this person if I want to and I need help in understanding that logic. So I'll just contact this person, and this will make my it will save so much time. It's like it will help me. So sorry, yeah, it will help me save so much time. It's like I won't have to understand that logic, I won't have to do trial and error, I won't have to do uh, reruns of the same thing just to understand that what a simple function does. The By doing that, by tracking down that author, it helps me a lot, and it saves a lot of time. So that was about author. And this is like it shows the file commit history. It's like what has been committed, what has been not. Again, if you double tap on this, it shows the shows the commit. And okay, this was the commit that has been done, and it this is its commit ID. It's different. Okay, so you can see this open in code review. So basically what it does, it will just review this file that had been changed. It's very helpful if you can see it like that. Okay, so there's that. And let's see where we are. Okay, now let's move towards the main topic. That's how to solve a merge conflict. As I said, it's like for some developers this is a nightmare. It's like how to solve a merge conflict, and there are multiple ways to solve a merge conflict. But I'm going to focus on how we can solve merge conflicts via Xcode itself. Xcode provides tools for solving merge conflict, but sometimes if in very few cases there are files that Xcode that cannot track, and if you're merge conflict in like that, then Xcode can't help, then you have to rely on terminal. But that's like a very specific issue I'm talking about. It doesn't apply here. So okay, so what before going into merge conflict, it's very important to know that you know that these files have chance of conflicting. It's like before, if it's a very big change, if you are adding a new module, if you are adding a very big functionality, this is like a must to communicate with your fellow developers and converse with them. And you have to know beforehand that these files can cause conflict, that this will like help you track a lot of issues, and this will help in merge conflict itself. It's like this is very important, like conversing with fellow developers, and tracking those files before you begin merge conflict is like it will help a lot. And second, this is what I do usually. If it's like imagine if you have a deadline tomorrow and it's working on your branch and you have to do it on master, and you know there's going to be merge conflict. So what I'll do is, like, before going to merge conflict, I'll just zip my project and I'll store it on some different location, so that it's like if there's merge conflict and there's too much time gone into solving just the conflict itself, then I just unzip that in different location. I'll just upload another archive from that location. So this is like a very precautionary step that you can take, and it has helped me certainly a lot. And this is like, I would recommend that you guys would also do this. This goes beyond iOS. You can do it in Android, you can do it in Python files and everything. So this will help a lot certainly. And it's like, after merge you have to, this is like very 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 important, you have to state that what files there were conflicts in and what changes you have done in those files in the next commit that you are doing. So this is how you know you should this is how you should take precautionary steps before solving a conflict. Okay, so there's that. Now let's solve a conflict. It's like, I'm going to this file which is in Git Xcode repository, which is in Git Xcode project. I'm going into this view controller Swift file. What I'll do is like, okay, what I'll do is like, I'll just edit this file. A simple comment for merge conflict. Like, this is a simple comment for merge conflict. Okay, so this is my commit here, and imagine this has been done by a different remote developer. I have to do this here because it's like it's just for showing you guys how it's done. It's like, I'm writing a commit here. So basically, this is my truth here. So, like, this is my truth on remote, that this line number 12 states a comment, which is this one. Okay, so this is my local. Sorry about that. This is my local thing, and I'll just go and I'll commit. Mm, okay, this is it. I'm just okay. And I want to commit this file as well. But the line number 12, which was in the view controller Swift, it's like it has been updated now, and this is different, and what we have written here is different. So basically, it will create a conflict when I'm taking the changes from the remote. Okay, so let's see. So we have push, that's fine. So now we are pulling the changes from remote. It's like, again, this will cause a conflict. See, as I've told, this have caused a conflict. So basically, what this conflict says, it's like, your your local is stating that this is the comment, and your remote is stating that this is the comment. So basically, what has happened that for line number 12, both of the files have different truths right now. It's like, this is true for it, this is true for it. So what should I do? It's like, what as a developer I should do. So what Xcode provides is like, you can choose left. It's like, then it will commit the left file, and you can choose right, then it will select the left file and then commit it. It's like, that will be the truth for that. And then I can also do this choose left then right. It's like, first I want my function, then I want my fellow developer's function, or otherwise I want his function above mine. This doesn't make, it's like, this is just a very basic example I'm showing you just by comments. So yeah, I want to choose left. It's like, I've choose left, and now I'll take a pull. Okay, so this is how you solve a merge conflict. That it's like adding a keywords which was here right now, and that's how you solve a merge conflict via Xcode. As you can see, it's a very simple process if you are using Xcode, and if it's not a big conflict. And if it's a big conflict, as I have said, there are some scenarios that you have to rely on terminal, because the flexibility that terminal provides, it's vastly different. But that is a very, you know, very complex and time taking process, the terminal one. And yeah, that was it. And yeah, so what we are going to do as an Apple Developer Club, uh, we are planning to host this type of event every month of the year. And what it will do is just increase our knowledge, and it will just help us, meet new faces, and it will help us increase our network. So this is a very good initiative that Nishant Therapun took. And basically you can follow this, you can follow this links if you want updates on those events. And I'm going to share this presentation with you guys so that you can share that kind of feedback. And here are my socials if you want. It's like, if you have any doubt regarding Git, and if you have any doubt regarding Xcode, then you can reach me here on Twitter or on LinkedIn. It's fine. I'm going to share this presentation, you're going to get it. So yeah, guys, this was how to, you know make practices in Xcode, and that's it.